I've previously written about how the Democratic Party has embraced anti-Semitism and defended rabid anti-Semites in their party. But as anti-Semitism becomes increasingly mainstream in the Democratic Party, rather than addressing the problem, Democrats are deflecting, trying to paint anti-Semitism as a Trump problem. Representative Eric Swalwell recently alleged in an op-ed in the Jewish magazine Forward that Donald Trump is embracing anti-Semitism because Trump, who has a daughter who's converted Jew and Jewish grandchildren, is obviously an anti-Semite or something. In the wake of the Hanukkah celebration stabbing in Monsey, New York, rather than blame the attacker, Democrats chose to blame Trump, who has done more for Israel and the Jews in 3 years than his predecessor did in 2 terms. The left is deliberately trying to whitewash Obama's record of anti-Semitism and the welcoming of anti-Semites into their party. When Barack Obama entered the national stage and rose to become the Democratic Party's nominee in 2008, defending him at all costs mattered more than exposing his hateful roots and record. Obama spent 20 years in congregation of radical racist and anti-Semite Jeremiah Wright. Obama only quit the congregation to save his political aspirations because the values he learned in that congregation clearly stayed with him. He surrounded himself with anti-Semites during his campaign and his presidency. Here are a few examples. Obama 28 campaign's culture and military advisor General Merrill McPeak had a history of blaming American foreign policy on the Jewish lobby. Another campaign foreign policy advisor was Zbigniew Brzezinski, who also blamed the Jewish lobby for America's pro-Israel policies. In 2010, Obama appointed Newa Shora, a member of the Anti-Israel American Arab Anti-Defamation Committee, as senior advisor to the Transportation Safety Administration on civil rights and civil liberties matters. Obama nominated Chuck Hagel as Defense Secretary. Hagel had a long record of anti-Semitism. As the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Susan Rice went on an anti-Semitic rant in 2011. When Obama promoted Susan Rice to National Security Advisor, he nominated Samantha Power as United Nations ambassador. Power was an anti-Semite and anti-Israel radical who supported shifting aid from Israel to support the Palestinians and suggested invading Israel. There are more examples that I've retailed in my book. The shared values of Obama and the anti-Semites he surrounded himself with manifested itself in a lengthy record of anti-Semitic and anti-Israel policies. In his first year in office, Obama broke with all past presidents since the founding of Israel by not affirming the United Nations commitment to the preservation of Israel and the safety of the Israeli people, instead promising to put daylight between our country and the Jewish state. Obama called Israel to return to the pre-1967 borders, which Israel considers indefensible. He also legitimized the UN Human Rights Council, which called Israel the world's worst human rights violator while ignoring Muslim nations that behead infidels or threw homosexuals off buildings. Obama also refused to accept Jerusalem as Israel's capital. It's worth mentioning here that Donald Trump moved America's embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Barack Obama also sided with the world's #1 terror-sponsoring nation, Iran, over our ally Israel, by telling the Iranian rulers that if Israel attacked Iran's nuclear facilities, they would not have united support. Obama also frequently snubbed Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, while he had no problem meeting with members of Hamas. Obama also invited 11 Muslim countries to his Global Counter-Terrorism Forum while snubbing Israel. Obama also exposed top-secret details of Israel's nuclear program to the world. despite signing legislation that had anti-BDS movement language in it. Obama explicitly stated he opposed the language and would not enforce those provisions. Obama's IRS also improperly targeted pro-Israel groups, just as it did with Tea Party and conservative groups. Obama's final result to Israel came just before Christmas in 2016, when the United States abstained from a National Security Council resolution condemning Israeli settlements, allowing the resolution to pass. But it's Trump who's to blame for anti-Semitic attacks in the United States, not the 8 years of anti-Semitic and anti-Israel Obama policies. The Democratic Party was too afraid to call out Obama for the anti-Semitism that plagued his administration, and now they welcome anti-Semites like Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez into the party because they are the ones who inspire the base. Obama created a Democratic Party willing to embrace anti-Semitism, and they are trying to hide it by blaming everything on Trump.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share videos, and leave your comment below. Subscribe our channel US News Today to update information. Head up for the next video.